Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. There's the lovely sounds of summer in the United Kingdom. So, what I wanted to talk about was after watching a match of the Euro 2020 being played in 21 because of COVID, how two teams from different countries wearing different colours, supported by two sets of different people, and it just made me think about how did we ever get to the situation where we thought that each other was different. And I know this goes back to a lot of the things I've said on the Pursuit of Truth before, but this concept of, well, the thing is, because we're all not brainwashed, but we're all schooled into the system that we're in, believing that it's the only system that we can maintain, which is this system of division, the system of, not proper freedom, really. Everyone keeps talking about freedom because of COVID and we want to be free again, but even when the COVID restrictions are lifted, we won't truly be free. You're not free because you can't travel everywhere that you want to unless you have a piece of paper, unless you have a passport, unless you've done a birth certificate to be part of the system. You've joined a club, and that's not freedom. True freedom is being able to do whatever you want to do. And I know there's certain restrictions. Yes, we all understand that. You know, we all want to live in a place, a society where people don't commit crime and abide with one another. And those things, I think, could be done if the system that we lived within was better. I.e., if there was no such thing as money, or everyone had a certain amount of money so that everyone could live comfortably, as we truly all should do, with housing and medical care, all exactly the same for every one of us. That those things are not the gamble of a roll of a dice, depending on where you were born and who your family were and which country you ended up in and how the infrastructure of that country is. Every country should have the same infrastructure. Every country. There's no reason. I mean, you think it's that I'm talking about utopia, as if it's some mad wish. It's not impossible. We can, we don't know whether it's true, but we can go to space. I was going to say that's probably an ill choice words considering what I've said in the past. But what I mean is we are free to do whatever we want to do, and we can make every country exactly the same. If we didn't have divisions, if we didn't have borders, if we didn't have money, we could choose to do that and make sure. Because what do you need to make every country the same? Every country like the West, every country like the UK or the United States, infrastructure, technology-wise, living standard-wise, so that you can live a long and healthy life and children don't have to die or starve. How do you achieve that? You achieve that through people. That is the only key thing. Yes, some of it is to do with infrastructure, to do with what's in the land. Certain things you'll have to import and move across. We already do those types of things with food already. We already move food from one place to another place. So that's nothing new or difficult to do. The key thing is people, to be able to train those people to be able to do those things and build those things. And what stops countries in, say, Africa or wherever else becoming like the US is with money. Because they don't have the money to do it, or they don't have the training to do it, or they have debts that they have to pay the West that keeps them in the same almost purgatory situation that they've been put in on purpose to keep the West above the rest. And that's not conspiracy, that's scandal. Well, it is conspiracy. That's what they've chosen to do. That's what they've done. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about was this idea of how did we ever come to the idea that we are different from one another, that we will dress ourselves up differently and pretend, to kick a ball about, and, some cheer one side, some cheer the other side. We're all human beings, but we've brainwashed ourselves to see each other differently, and that's how we can do wars. And the whole purpose of that is to maintain the border, to maintain the division. If you take those things away, if you take away your nationality, If you say you're not English, American, African, Chinese, Russian, if you take those things away from you, if you think about that for a second, what does that do? That means you don't have the loyalty to that system, that country, and therefore, well, from a point of view of government, that is a very scary thing, because then they don't have control of you, of the people. But think about, what is the benefit to having your own loyalty to your country? Not really. Well, there may be intrinsic selfish benefits, because then you can say, I'm all right, Jack, and you don't have to worry about the rest of the world. But from the point of view of humanity, which we all are a part of, that is our brothers and sisters, is deferential to humanity having these divisions, because then you stop looking at those people and you stop caring and you stop thinking about how do we make everyone on the same level. No, it's not charity, it's not giving them huge amounts of money. That's a band-aid. That's not a great solution. It hasn't worked in the last 100 years. What makes you think it's going to work now? That isn't going to work. What's going to work is we don't do things for money. Why should we have to do things for money? Like I always give an example, one day if we go to another planet, if there are such things, and we go and live there, we're not going to do things for money. They're going to do things for humanity, for setting things up, this, that and the other. Once it's all set up, then they'll do it for money. But if we stop doing things for money, we could achieve all these things. We could achieve betterment for all humanity, for every single one of us. And who doesn't want that? Who wants to see a child starving or a child dying just because of the divisions that we created in the past that we all have to live to now? So next time you're cheering on your football team, next time you're waving your patriotic flag for your country and Queen, next time you are voting in your election, think about what you're doing, why you are living with division that isn't beneficial for all of humanity. Take care, take it easy. God bless and peace.